Can I tell you something about just seeing that picture about Andy Reid?
Mm.
Okay. This sounds like a harsh segue, but I have a young son who loves football. He just can't get enough of it. He's 8 years old. And Andy always, without fail, asks about how my son Jameson, we call him JMO, is doing. So you saw the picture, he's on the victory platform. I've had now 3 occasions where after we finished the interview, and that one at the Super Bowl was, it was seen by like 120 million people or whatever. The interview ends, he turns around, he takes his hat off, he gives it to me and says, "Give this to JMO."
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Oh, that gave me goosebumps.
I love it.
So
gave me
he has,
goosebumps.
my son upstairs in his bedroom has 3 Andy Reid championship hats, 2 AFC championship hats, and 1 Super Bowl hat. He was at that game in Las Vegas. And it's a pretty remarkable thing. He takes that hat off and he gives it to me to give to my son. Now, just to give you a little backstory on this, a brief, but when I graduated from Houston in 1981, I got hired by the CBS affiliate in Salt Lake City, Utah. And not only being an anchor there on the local news on the CBS affiliate, I got to do the Utah Jazz games with a legendary figure named Hot Rod Hundley, but I also did BYU football games with Steve Young as my analyst.
Oh, wow.
That were broadcast regionally. It happened to be the year they went out and won the national championship under head coach Lavelle Edwards. There was a young tackle / graduate assistant on that staff who I got to know quite well, who was a friend. His name was Andy Reid.
Come on.
So I go back
And
with Andy 43 years ago. And he's a great friend.
Well, and the fact that after that Super Bowl, at that moment in time, that he was thinking of your son speaks just volumes.
That's who he is.
Yep.
That's who he is. Yeah. I've told JMO, do not go wear those hats out and lose it or anything like that. And I've had him write a note every time to Coach Reid just to thank him. I
Love
don't have
that.
any expectations he's ever going to do that again. Doesn't need to, but it's just pretty special when you go from being in your 20s, like we both were when we first met, to now there's a 6 on the front end of our age. And we're meeting on a stage and I'm presenting him a Lombardi trophy. It's pretty surreal. It's a little bit like, now I didn't have the same relationship with Andy that I did with my college roommates, but it's a little bit like being in the dorm room at the University of Houston with Fred Couples, and Freddie and I are great friends to this day, brothers, and sitting around daydreaming about one day being at the Masters. He wants to win it. I want to be there to broadcast it.
Oh,
I
wow.
want to be in Butler Cabin. I want to be there when he wins the green jacket, presenting him the green jacket. We practice it a time or two as kids, just play acting and dreaming. And then you fast forward to, adulthood, and that moment actually plays out before the world. So it's neat when you have that
Wow.
relationship that goes decades, is my point with Andy, and you know him and you see his massive success and what he is still achieving. And there's still a lot more to come. And there's a very cool bond there. And I'm grateful for that friendship.
Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.